What was the biggest month you had off of being a content creator?
I think it was.
Have you ever wondered how much content creators really make? Well, today I'm in Dubai for the 1 billion followers summit, and we're gonna find out this exact thing. Let's go talk to some creators. All right, so I'm here with
Farah or Farah in Arabic.
What kind of content do you make, Farah?
So I make like educational content, like short reels in like 30 seconds to 1 minute about like the latest trends, AI, ChatGPT, like what's happening around the world. So
I love that. And what was the first dollar you made off of social media?
my first brand deal was $200. Yeah, it was pretty lame, but like it was my kickoff, like, you know.
What was your reaction? Were you like, damn, I could like really make money doing this?
So basically, I was sitting with my family, we were having dinner, and then someone called and they were like, hey, you're Farah? So yeah, we want to work with you. And then it was like, are you for real? Yeah. So yeah, and we just called after like multiple calls. We made the deal for $200. I reached out to a lot of creators, like, and now I know how it goes.
What would you say your favorite thing is about being a content creator?
Like, I love the process, like the whole process of like shooting, editing, like putting the piece of content out there, reading the comments and meeting your audience.
Yeah.
In real life, this is my favorite part. Like feeling that you make a difference. Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone that wants to get into content creation in your niche, making videos about tech, shorts, that sort of thing?
Don't wait to be ready. Just don't wait until you're fully ready. You're never gonna be ready. Just shoot, put the content out there. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait for the perfect course or like to, no. Trust the process, put your content out there. Just be yourself. Give yourself like 1 year and put yourself out there and you're gonna make it.
All right, so I'm here with
Jasmine.
And Dawoud.
What kind of content do you guys make?
We make couple content. I make fashion content, hijab content.
And I'm the Instagram husband.
Yeah.
When did you guys make your first dollar off of social media?
It was actually me because I started social media before him. So about maybe 6 years ago, I made $50 on posting a picture in an outfit.
And I thought that was amazing because I
He
worked
wanted to
so
quit
hard
his
to
job.
make $50 and then she made $50 off a picture. I'm like, you just had to take one picture.
What was the most you made in 1 month off of social media?
So we've actually never shared this before. So this is exclusive content right here.
$1 million.
I wish. So actually, we are business owners now. I have my own brand. We share the brand, Ferris. So recently, we've taken a step back from monetizing our social media, and we've kind of focused on the business more. But back then, when we were really active and kind of taking sponsorships and all that kind of stuff, someone in our range our following would make around 50 to 70K on a good month. But then you could also make $0 on a bad month.
Yeah, you could go 4 months with making zero.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
So it just depends on the month.
And what would you guys say your favorite thing about running your brand now and being content creators?
If someone were to give me a job opportunity and it was paying like $300,000 a year, and it was job that's 9 to 5, I would take that over than being a business owner because
Really?
the work with a business owner is.
Bye. See?
But no, it's true because the work with a business owner and as an entrepreneur, it's very
hard. It's
very,
very
very tough, especially when something turns real.
Yeah, and when it starts to scale, that's the scary part.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, but when you do something that you love, it makes it worth it.
Yeah, we definitely love it. Just it's a lot of work.
Well, I do. Apparently you don't anymore.
What advice would you give to someone that wants to be a creator and a business owner and like just build a lifestyle brand and do what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think the industry now is like, as you probably know, super saturated.
Super saturated.
There's a lot of creators, like my mom's a creator now, my grandma's a creator, everyone's a creator, which is awesome, but it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to stand out if you don't have a certain niche or something unique about your content. So I feel like that's the first thing you should focus on. What's your niche? What's your uniqueness? What's different about you? And how you create your content.
That's
Also,
true.
sometimes it's luck, I feel. Sometimes if you're lucky, you may have a viral video that you put like 2% energy into, and then you work so hard on some videos and they get like 2 views. And one of them is your mom. So like,
we did a YouTube video just for fun.
yeah.
And it was the first YouTube video we ever posted, and we got lucky. It went viral.
Yeah.
And then from there, we were like, okay, we could be YouTubers now. We
pushing.
kept pushing and pushing and
Yeah.
pushing. So you just have to find that formula, and the formula is consistency.
All right, so I'm here with.
Haifa, Fly with Haifa.
What kind of content do you make?
I do travel content, people, culture, and like a bit of well-being and healing.
I see. And how did you get into making content?
Wallahi, to be very honest, I used to work in TV, and when I wanted to be in front of the camera and I didn't get that chance, I'm like, I'm gonna give myself a show on YouTube. I mean, it started with me wanting to look for a job, to put myself out there, but then I became obsessed. I became obsessed with the freedom of expression of it. So I'm like, I'm gonna continue on this mission, and I did.
I see. And when did you make your first dollar off of social media?
So the first year, I call it the year where I couldn't even afford coffee. So I would just edit and do things, and then I got like so much consistency, and I believed in myself so much. And then but my first campaign was a very big campaign actually, where I was like one of the mentors looking for the next big creator. So that was my first campaign.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So you got a big bag off the first one.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, because as a travel vlogger, people in the beginning, think they're paying you by flying you to these countries. And at the time I needed it because it helped me create content and experiences. But at some point you're like, no, like you need to pay me too,
Yeah. What's your favorite country that you've been to as a travel creator?
I love this question. I would say I personally love Zanzibar so much. It's an island in Tanzania. And Bali, because they're just beautiful. But now Zanzibar is my number one.
What's the most you made in a month from being a creator?
When I started making good money, my one deal became worth 3 months of work. So this is the information that I can share with you. I kind of measure money also with how much time it's taking from me now. Yeah. But you need so much investment before. I call it the basement work to get there. Because people get really excited about making the money only. I'm not only money driven. I'm like, what is my purpose? And if you can make money from your purpose, this is like winning the lottery.
I love the basement analogy because sometimes you'll work for 6 months and not see anything.
Yeah.
And then in month 7, you see 7 months worth of money. And it's like, you didn't really make that in a month. It took you so much time to make that big bag or big break. So.
And one of the most smartest things that you can do, if this is what you want, is creating a brand name. So if you're a brand name, anywhere you show up, that's people pay for that. Yeah. Especially if it's credible and you worked a lot on who you actually are. You are the business. Like what Jay-Z says, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
And what's your favorite thing about being a travel creator?
Oof, it's meeting people, collaborating with creators, creatives around different countries, just like smiling. Everyone I make eye contact with, I travel for that, not for extreme experiences or souvenirs. It's connection with people.
Okay, I love that answer. And last question is, what advice would you give to someone that wants to do what you're doing, make content, travel the world, meet people? What would you tell them?
I would tell them, design your strategy based on your heart strategy and what excites you and makes you happy, because you're going to spend so much time, you might as well do something that you love, not copying someone else's formula. Stay ethical. Some people, when they want to be successful, it's kind of like they burn everything, but take care of yourself, your family, drink lots of water. These really old school stuff. I might sound like a grandma right now, but I mean it.
All right, I'm here with
Mo Vlogs.
And what kind of content do you make?
Lifestyle, luxury, cars, that type of content.
I see. And what was the first dollar you made off social media?
The first dollar was my first dollar.
What was it? What was the deal?
So I think my first brand deal was $200. I always say this. And I think my first YouTube paycheck was similar, probably a few hundred. Wasn't much, obviously.
What made you decide to get into making content?
Money. No, I always say this as a joke, guys, but I think I grew up watching YouTube, so it was always something I enjoyed doing. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I'm always watching it. Why don't I just make some videos? And then later I realized oh, shit, there's money, Yeah. So I was like, this is great.
And what was the biggest month you had off of being a content creator?
I think it was, I don't know the exact number. I'm not trying to dodge the question, but probably a few $100,000. Way less than $500,000. Don't go up. But yeah, I think in terms of money, that's probably the ballpark of my biggest months.
And what advice would you give to someone that wants to get started and make content?
Just do it. Guys, what are you waiting for? I always tell people nowadays, your barber's a TikToker, your grocery store guy is a TikToker. So what's stopping you? Don't be shy. Don't let anyone judge you. They will hate you because they can't be you. So just do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good
Keep
one.
killing it.
Yeah.
Subscribe, by the way.
Yes, sir.